Hello there and welcome back to Gabriel Knight. Now, last time we picked up with Grace and doing some research on Ludwig II, headed to his castle and one of his museums in the area, picked up a whole load of information. Not entirely sure what it all means yet. Seems that Ludwig was potentially turned into a werewolf. He went hunting with with Louis, a guy called Louis, and he ended up with an injury, maybe werewolf related. Ended up becoming withdrawing and becoming a recluse. Basically, become Batman. That's what I've been picking up, and then he repented on his deathbed kind of deal. Special requests after his death, or for when he was after his death, I should say. English, still having trouble with English this week. So we picked up a clue from the museum, the Ludwig Museum. Talking about Wagner, because Ludwig and Wagner were best friends. And talking about Wagner's play. It was talk of this, like a special play, like a new play, and that was all that was ever mentioned. There was nothing else, no other leaks or anything about it. So that's the trail that we're on. We are currently in the Wagner Museum. We were graciously let in, even though it's closed. So we're going to be having a look around here and see where this leads, where it all leads. Because we kind of want to have a look at Ludwig's diary, but we need to get access to it. I don't quite know how we're going to do that. But anyway, enough rambling from me. Let's jump straight back in and pick up with Grace in the Wagner Museum. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Right, I don't know which way we came in. So chat. Oh, a piano. Wagner's piano.
On this piano, the maestro composed later operas, including The Ring.
Oh, The Ring. I apologise, I have no idea. I knew Wagner was a real person. That's the... Okay, right. So we're going to go with this one.
It's a letter from a Monsieur Beaujolais, dated September 1881. Looks like he's discussing acoustics and sound waves, and crystals. Wasn't Wagner's Bayreuth Theatre already built? Why would Wagner be worrying about acoustics?
Maybe adjusting the acoustics for a...
It looks like an architectural drawing of a theatre. The Wittelsbacher Theatre, München. Every square inch is measured.
Well, definitely something going on in there.
An old sofa.
Looking a little bit worse for wear. Well, it is like a long time, you know. They didn't even bother restoring it. The death of Wagner. On Ash Wednesday, 1883, Wagner suffered a heart attack in a Venetian gondola on the way to Saint Michel. His wife and the gondolier carried him into a church where he regained consciousness. Wagner died 4 days later on this sofa. Ah, that's probably why they didn't.
The death of Wagner.
It's probably why they didn't restore it. You know, it was literally his deathbed and his death mask.
Death mask.
I'm not going to talk about his death hand.
Wagner's death mask.
You know what to say about dead ends?
It looks rather simple considering the grandiose stuff Wagner composed here.
Wagner's desk exactly as it was on the day he died.
Wagner's desk.
Come on, have a look at it. No, I didn't remember how to look at that. Right, next room, please.
the great patron himself.
Ludwig. Mirror statue.
Ludwig as the classical Greek hero.
As a classical. I thought that was a lady.
Ludwig as the classical Greek.
Never mind. Who are you? Portrait given as a gift from Ludwig to Wagner. Very jaunty angle. Let's not read the German, shall we? Let's read the English. Great friend, I am writing to you in the middle of the night. My blood is pounding too wildly for sleep. Tonight's performance, how can I describe it? I am unsure whether to be terrified or thrilled. Perhaps I even feel hopeful? If it is hope, you have given it to me, my friend. For the first time in years. We must speak. Something happened during the music tonight, but I must have your absolute confidence. As you love me, come at once, your devoted king. Great and beloved king, Monsieur Beaujolais and I have finished the diagram. We checked the figures many times and M is confident that it will work. 8 identical fixtures are to be made from the diagram and placed in the theatre exactly as specified. I'm sending the diagram with your courier. Be full of hope and have courage. All will be well. Your own, Wagner.
July 1882. Great and beloved, be full of hope and have courage. All will be well. Your own, Wagner.
Okay, I'm just gonna actually chat these.
June 10th, 1881. Munich We must speak.
Okay, right. I just wanted to check I know I read... Pardon me. I know I read them out myself. But I felt the need... I should probably realize I should probably click on them because then it registers that I've actually looked at it with her. Because it's a point-and-click adventure game.
Ludwig's Death Mask.
So the game, if I don't click on it, the game doesn't realise that I've read it, if you know what I mean. And it could mean the difference. Right, what have we got here? Paintings.
These look like production designs. I don't see anything that looks like those wolf paintings in Neuschwanstein, though.
Okay.
This must be a model of Wagner's own theater, here in Bayreuth.
It's a very nice looking building.
Opera costumes.
And opera costumes. Oh, very fancy. They are very fancy. Alright, so we're back around here. Where am I going? Hold on. Here. Oh, there they are.
June 10th, 1881.
Okay. So I think that's everything. Can I have a chat with you?
What do you do?
Tell me about
if
yourself.
The museum is closed.
They always like to have a caretaker here. It's a good job for me. I can soak in the atmosphere of the maestro while I compose.
What are you composing?
This, a new arrangement. One of Wagner's pieces.
For the Bayreuth Opera?
No. I am only a student.
For the Bayreuth
at
Opera?
university. I study music.
Can you be any more
Musician,
excited?
conducting.
Tell me more about yourself.
Is there much of a call for conductors in Europe?
Ask my brother. He is the conductor for the Munich Opera.
Well, that's convenient. Does that mean you get free opera tickets?
Yes. I get a week's pass to the Opernfestspiele, the opera festival in Munich. It starts in a few months.
Hope
Very
I'm still
cool.
around to see it.
Come with me if you like. If you're still around, I can go backstage and all sorts of things.
I'd love that. If I'm still in Germany, I'll call you, all right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, but, That's not going to happen.
Tell me about Wagner.
He was a character. He spent most of his life trying to convince rich patrons to subsidize his work. Unfortunately, he had expensive tastes. You see, he believed that someone of his genius deserved to live well.
Only,
Can't argue with that.
But Ludwig II supported him, didn't he?
Yeah, sure, but
Darn,
Ludwig came along very late.
I had a thought there,
By then,
sorry.
he had already been run out of Venice and most major cities because of debt. Ludwig saved him. And the music. Best thing Ludwig ever did.
Do you know anything about that letter from Wagner to Ludwig in the display case? The one about the diagram?
Ah, no. Some sort of equipment for Ludwig's theater. But I don't know why Wagner would have cared about this. If he was worried about any theater, you would think it would have been his own theater, here, in Bayreuth.
True. Letter the
Have you
conductor.
ever heard about the letter that Ludwig wrote to the Munich conductor in 1882, telling him to prepare for a new Wagner opera?
You're full of surprises. For an American.
Yes.
What
Oh,
do you
for
know
an
about
American.
it?
No one knows anything about it. It's like a treasure map, you know? It's probably a complete fairy tale, but...
Doesn't stop people looking for it.
You have no idea what it could have referred to? Maybe something that Wagner was working on with Ludwig?
If there was, there's no trace of it.
Lost to
Except
history.
perhaps in the dreams of unemployed music students.
Tell me,
Have
what
you
do
ever
you
heard
think about the
the
wolf panels?
in the Singers' Hall at Neuschwanstein?
Did my brother send you here?
No.
Probably not. It's only the letter to the conductor, the wolf panels. Ah, my brother thinks I am crazy because of all my theories.
What
Tell me your theories. Tell me.
This is Quatsch. If there was a lost opera, a lost Wagner opera, and if one could find it, to a conductor, this would be like finding King Tut's tomb. But people have looked for it before. If it ever existed, it is gone forever.
Doubtful. I think we're going to find it.
Waste my time even thinking about it.
Dang it. Okay. Tell me more about the Lost
I'm
Opera.
curious. Is there any other information that points to the Lost Opera besides Ludwig's letter and the wolf panels?
It's nothing. I'm not even supposed to have seen it.
Seen
You
what?
see, my brother says that Wagner was too egotistical to have produced a lost opera. If he was working on something new, every person in Bayreuth would have heard about it. On the other hand, it was in Ludwig's character to have wanted a private opera.
But it wouldn't have been private. Ludwig's letter shows he intended it to be played in Munich.
Yes, but that it would get so far without Wagner telling others? Why keep it a secret?
Maybe
Yeah.
there was a very good reason for secrecy.
For example?
Like,
Werewolf.
never mind.
Okay. Oh.
Wagner souvenirs. Don't think I need any of those. Wagner souvenir.
Oh, book. Hello, book.
What's that book in the case?
Cosima Wagner's journal is locked up for preservation.
Can I read it? Can I read it?
Cosima was Wagner's wife, I think. She probably just talks about him in her journal.
Yeah, I think that's probably
I don't have
important.
anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
Okay, I think we might be done here. Let's head back to Rittersburg. We've been everywhere else. We'll go back here. Maybe. Let's go to the pub. Very British thing to do, but let's go to the pub. Let's bypass the house entirely. Let's go straight to the pub. Why not? Hello. Where might they be? Wonder where the Smiths have gone.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
Ah. Ask him about them.
Are the Smiths in their room?
Yeah, I believe so.
Could you ask them to come down, please?
Oh, ja, natürlich.
Thank you.
Now you just tell Merle what's going on.
Okay. Ludwig dream.
I had a dream last
Had a
night.
weird dream.
I didn't remember it at first, but I saw something today at one of the museums.
What was the dream?
I was being
Danger noodle
chased
music.
in the woods by
By
wolves.
wolves.
And I saw a sleigh. Ludwig was inside. He pulled me up, and I thought I was safe. But then he turned into a wolf.
So what do you think, Mother?
A dream of rescue is a spiritual guide dream.
Okay.
The High Priestess in Gabriel's cards must be linked to Ludwig somehow.
What do the wolves represent?
I'm a psychic, dear, not Freud. But the warning I got was about the black wolf, wasn't it? And the wolves in the dream. It must be the same danger.
It's so frustrating. The more I find out, the more questions I have.
Why don't you try a little communicating of your own? Ludwig's the link. Appeal to him. The answers may not come right away, but at least you'll give the guide something specific to say the next time she contacts you.
Isn't there any way that you could, you know,
Contact
do
them.
a psychic reading on Ludwig or something?
To tell you the truth, I've been trying all day to make contact, but I only feel great despair. Ludwig's soul is not at peace.
Think he was a naughty boy. Do you think he was a naughty boy?
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Okay. I think we're done in here. Let's go back to... see if we can speak to Gerda. See if she's back yet. Oh, hello Gerda.
Hi, did you have a good time?
Uh-huh. Anything new?
Yes, you had a phone call.
Really?
A man named Professor Barkley. He said you had his number.
I do.
Ah.
Thanks.
Thanks Gerda. I'm best of friends now. She's best of friends now that she knows that she's not screwing Gabriel. Right? Right. We need the phone, don't we? To the phone, please.
Who should I call?
Who should I call? Barkley. Call Barkley, please.
Hello?
Hi, Professor Barkley. It's Grace.
Oh, good. I have a name for you. It's Herr Josef Dahlmeier, and he specializes in Bavarian history, and I think he's somewhere near you are.
Herr Josef Dahlmeier. Great, got a number?
Dahlmeier, okay.
Yeah, I do. It's 4982-555-2234.
I wonder if anyone's ever tried to ring that actual
Thanks
number.
a lot. Sorry about the bother.
That's no bother. When are you coming back to school, Gracie?
When I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Well, be good.
I don't think she's coming back to school. Right, so, let's just ring Dahlmeier. Straight away. Why wait? Local time zone anyway. There's another picture of Ludwig.
Hello?
Hallo, sind Sie Herr Josef Dahlmeier?
Yeah, you must be Grace Nakamura, the American history student.
Yes.
Yes.
I hear you're interested in Ludwig II.
Very.
Very interested.
Good.
We are very
There's
interested.
something I want to show you. Drive to Berg on Starnberger See. Meet me at the Memorial Chapel.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Was there anything you wanted me to look into before we meet?
Well, I was hoping you knew something about someone called the Black Wolf. He was a contemporary of Ludwig's. He lived in Prussia, I think, and he was well connected.
Okay.
Never heard of him, but I'll check. See you there.
Thanks. Bye.
That gave a very suspicious vibe there because he was in the dark. Right, so let's head out then. Let us head out down to the sea. Gonna see Gerda. Should we talk to Gerda before we go? Can we have a chat? Let's have a chat, you and I.
Gerda?
Yes?
Gabriel?
Have you heard from Gabriel at all?
No, Grace, I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Oh, okay. Let us leave then. Leave, please. Right.
At least I have the car keys now.
Really? You're gonna be like Gabriel and make us click on the keys every single time. Yeah, that car definitely doesn't have any windows. Definitely doesn't have any windows. Just sounds completely wrong. Right, C's helped. We have a new place to explore. Oh shit. Dang, that's a chapel right in the middle of the forest. That's friggin' ominous.
It's a memorial chapel.
Okay. Clicked on the bush, but okay.
It's a memorial chapel.
Alright, so let's head left. I don't think we can go anywhere else. We have a railing. We have a cross in the lake. Why is there a cross in the lake?
This is where he died.
Oh,
you must be
shit.
Grace. Herr Dahlmeier.
Hello.
Josef.
Scared the crap out of her.
Didn't mean to startle you. I wanted you to see it. I feel him here the most, you know, more than at the castle. So, what did you want to know?
Tell me about yourself.
Professor Barkley says your hobby is Ludwig.
Yes. He was the last real king that Bavaria had. As a Bavarian and a history buff, that's enough to hook me right there.
But there's more, right?
He was a romantic, you know.
There's a deeper mystery to Ludwig.
And he was misunderstood, maligned.
Sounds like you can relate.
Me? Hell, I have it easy. At least I live in the 1990s. And not every eye in the country is on me. But yes, I can
Fair
relate.
point.
You know about Ludwig's diary, right?
Tell us about the diary. Let's do a
How can I
diary
get
thing.
my hands on it?
I'm sorry. I have been trying myself for 5 years. They keep it locked up tight in the Royal Archives, and they don't let it out. They must think it contains things that will hurt his image.
They won't let anyone see it, not ever?
I don't think anyone's going to see
outside
that.
of the government ever got to see it. A biographer, Sir Richmond Chapel. He had friends among the German royals, and they let him look at it.
Did you ever try to contact Chapel? Pick his brain?
No, and I don't believe I never thought of that. If you do and you find out anything, you must share.
It's a promise.
I mean, if you go, it's a fairly obvious thing, really, though,
Tell me
wasn't
about
it?
Ludwig.
I don't know where to start. There's so much. Politically, the most significant thing about Ludwig II was that he signed over independent Bavarian statehood to Prussia in 1870.
Right.
Bavaria became a part of United Germany, and Ludwig became a figurehead prince under the Prussian Kaiser.
Why do you think he did that?
Figurehead.
Bavaria had been involved in the 100 Years' War. People were tired of fighting. Prussia's push to unite the German states made some amount of sense. Still, Ludwig must have had other options. At the very least, he should have negotiated better terms.
So what was the real reason?
He was a werewolf.
Manipulated by Bismarck. At least that's what I think, anyway.
So, Bismarck.
What about Ludwig
I'm
personally?
not asking about Bismarck. That's further down the list.
You'll find two perspectives on Ludwig. The view the tourists get is the romantic ideal, Ludwig the tormented loner. Then there is the historian's point of view. Ludwig was plagued with guilt over his sexual orientation and was driven mad with self-loathing.
But I take it you're not buying either point of view.
Well, it's all too
doubtful.
convenient, isn't it? That he was a devout Catholic, there is no question, and I'm sure there were pressures on him to be normal. But he was no prude. He loved Byron. Yes. Philosophy, the French court. If anything, Ludwig was too much an egomaniac. He didn't give a damn what anyone thought. And besides, he didn't try to hide any of his relationships. If he suffered
Kind of
from
that
anything
does
in his
lead
romantic
away
life,
from the whole.
it was disillusion.
He was guilty.
No one loved him back as purely as he himself loved.
Well, if it wasn't sexual guilt that tormented him, what was it?
I don't know.
Guilt
His
at
diary
murdering
was
people.
filled with self-guilt, but I'm sure it's not about that. If I knew, I'd write my own book, set the record straight, so to speak.
I think we're definitely going to get a hold of the diary.
Have you read anything about Ludwig's midnight sleigh rides?
Would that have been something? To be out at night and suddenly see him sweep by with his entourage? They say the night agitated Ludwig, and that being outdoors and the rushing feeling of the sleigh calmed him down. Sometimes even the sleigh wasn't enough. He would
I think
stop
he was
in some
definitely
remote
a
woods,
werewolf.
order his servants to stay put, and go wandering off by himself for hours. It drove the servants crazy.
Alright, tell me about Bismarck.
Tell me about Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Oh,
He was the
Bismarck.
Prussian Kaiser's chancellor. Not a nice man. Bismarck had a reputation for learning people's weaknesses and manipulating them. It's a
I
matter
see.
of record that he had spies on Ludwig's staff. He may even have had a henchman even closer to the king. And he was involved in the conspiracy to declare Ludwig insane.
Madness. Madness, I say. Tell me about the Black
Did you
Wolf.
find out anything about the Black Wolf?
I did. I'd read about him before, but I hadn't realized that was who you were talking about. His name was Godin, Paul Godin. I saw
Paul
no
Godin.
reference to his being called the Black Wolf after you telephoned.
I've never heard of him. Who was he?
Godin lived on the fringes of the Prussian court. He was handsome, charming, dangerous. or so they say. He was variously rumored to have been a foreign prince, a Prussian spy, even an assassin. Since you were interested in him, I found out some things that are probably true. It said he came from abroad in the mid-1800s, but claimed high German blood.
Do you know where he came from?
No. And he was ruthlessly ambitious. He probably found out who held the power, Bismarck, and offered his services. Bismarck was a good judge of talent, of that sort anyway.
So could the Black Wolf be von Glauer?
What else do you know about Godin?
Or related to von Glauer?
Bismarck was not a generous man. He liked to string people along with promises, but rarely came through. He did for Godin, though. He gave him a royal title and lands in 1863. And that was the last reference I found to him.
Well, how could he just disappear?
It's not
Name
unusual.
change.
Back then, when you were given a title, you usually changed your name and moved to a place where no one knew your past, so you could act with impunity, or be a pompous ass and get away with it.
Bit of both.
Is there any way to find out what Godin was called after he got his title?
Is it that critical?
It might be.
Well, you could send away for a copy of the entitlement deed, assuming it has been destroyed during one of the wars. Godin's new name would be on it. But you would need a research permit from the government to access those records, and they can be very hard to get. A lot of red tape.
Great.
We're gonna have to find another way to do it. Tell me about a hunting
What do you know
accident.
about Ludwig's hunting accident?
A couple of years ago, I was introduced to this great old man, a real old world farmer. Well, his grandfather was Richard Horning, Ludwig's equestrian. Oh, he told some great Ludwig stories.
Okay.
Sometimes I get lucky. Anyway, he said that after the hunting accident, Ludwig got terribly ill, that he had a fever and was acting crazy. They were afraid that the wolf had been carrying a disease or that the bite had gone septic.
A wolf bit him?
Yeah, it's not so unusual. There were a lot of wolves in the Alps back then. The servants were really worried, but Ludwig recovered, physically anyway. Horning's grandfather said it was the fever that broke Ludwig's mind, that he was worse than ever after that.
Interesting. So I was correct. Ludwig was a vampire. I will insist it's vampires, not vampires, werewolves. He's on that hunting accident. He was bitten by a werewolf, turned into one.
The accident?
Ludwig always had been a very private person. But after the accident, he got darker, more crazy. Towards the end, he was even forcing his servants to enter his chambers bent over so they couldn't see his face. Horning's grandfather said his temper was fearsome. He would fly into a rage at the least mistake.
Must have been terrified of him.
Yes, well. Horning's grandfather felt sorry for Ludwig, and Ludwig hated his own violence. He was always giving gifts to his servants to apologize.
Okay. Tell me about their fears.
You mentioned that there were other reasons why Ludwig's servants feared him.
Ah, that's another of Horning's mysteries. There's a story about Neuschwanstein. Apparently, there was a period of time of 2 or 3 months when Wagner would come and visit him
Wagner?
there. Yeah. The two would lock themselves in the singers' hall. Horning's grandfather said the sounds that came from there were awful. Well, the servants had superstitious minds anyway. Some of them quit over it, just walked away.
What kind of sounds?
Horning's grandfather called them heartbreaking and ungodly. Maybe it was Wagner trying to sing.
Wolf howls, maybe?
Well, I guess that's all for now. Thanks for your help.
It's my
Entirely
pleasure.
possible.
And if you ever want to talk again, just give me a call. I'll meet you down there.
I will. Thanks.
Servus.
Well, bye.
Maybe. Wolf calls.
This is where they found Ludwig's body. This is where...
Okay, so that's where Ludwig died. Alright. So. Can I go down that one? No, I can't go that way. Can't go this way. Let's head back to the car. So, been everywhere else. Let's go back to when you're trying to work out, run through stuff in your head. Let's head back to Rittersburg. Maybe chat with Gerda. See if Gerda's got anything to say.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
Have a chat. You ever got anything to say?
Gerda?
Yes?
Oh, special permit.
Gerda, do you have any idea where I could get a government research permit? I don't have time for a lot of red tape.
You should ask Herr Übergrau. He can maybe get such things very fast.
You think?
Ooh,
I was gonna write
Ubergrau.
Gabriel
Okay.
today anyway.
Okay. Ubergrau. Let's follow up the lead. With maybe the book. Can we bring... Is there a number on this book? Oh, there is. Haha, phone number. Publishing house. Okay. Because he had a inside look at the diary. So if I attempt to...
Who should I call?
Can I just use the book? Oh, I can use the book. Nice. But we're just going to have to write it down somewhere. Give him a call. We're not going to get a direct line to him, I don't think. Because I think it's his publishing house.
Hi, I have a book of yours on Ludwig II. The author's name is Sir Richmond Chapel.
Yes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm doing some research on
Come on,
Ludwig,
chum.
and I was hoping you could get me in contact with the author.
I'm afraid Sir Richmond Chapel is deceased.
Oh.
However,
Apologies.
his son is living.
Oh. Well, is there any way you can put me in touch with him?
And who are you doing this research for?
Well, I'm working with Professor Barkley from Yale University.
Throw him under the
All right.
bus.
Thomas Chapel's number in England is 41
Oh, England.
20 555
Are we going to England?
771.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right. Do we have the... Let's ring him. Why not? Oh, isn't he very...
Chapel residence.
Hi, my name is Grace Nakamura.
Turtleneck
I'm calling
and the
from
gown?
Rittersburg, Germany.
Very fancy.
Is Thomas Chapel there, please?
Speaking. What may I do for you, Miss Nakamura?
This is gonna sound crazy, but I have a copy of your father's biography on Ludwig II. I understand he had access to Ludwig's diary.
Yes.
Well,
I want that diary.
he didn't make a copy of it or anything, did he? Or perhaps he took good notes?
He wrote down a complete translation in English. He said he couldn't make headway with the German version. Ludwig's handwriting was rather brogue, you know.
Okay.
He wrote down an English translation. Do you still have it?
Okay, we have...
Well, unfortunately, my father was allowed to see the diary only on the grounds that he wouldn't publish the entire work. I can't let you see it. Have you tried contacting the National Archive?
No, I don't have the kinds of connections your father did, or the time.
That's unfortunate, but I really cannot let it out of my hands.
I understand. It was just a shot in the dark.
Very well. The best of luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chapel.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Okay. Do we need to ring anyone else? Do we need to ring anyone else? What else we got?
I should get a letter off to Gabriel. I need to include a note to Ubergrau about the research permit.
Oh. Okay. That was a misclick, but okay. We'll just accept it. It's the right thing to do. Okay, so now let's go post this letter. Quick chat. No, not the exit. Not right now. Gerda, you got anything?
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now.
Okay. No idle chit chat for you then. No idle chit chat. Right, so we'll go and post this letter. And then I have no clues. I have no idea. Yeah, post office please.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nokimura.
Grüß
Hallo.
Gott. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Nein, leider nicht. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
No letters for you. Hold on. That's not what I want to give you. This is what I want to give you. Hi. I'd like to pay. I'd like to send this, please.
Diesen Brief versenden.
Ja, 3 Mark bitte.
Where's my purse? There's my purse. Nice and easy, man. Straight handover.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Danke.
That's it. Thank you. Right. So Smith can't help us. Hold on. Wait, what? I've never seen this before. Was this always here? Lilies.
Gibt's das denn, die Lilien blühen schon?
Sehr schön.
Ja, aber es ist doch noch so kalt.
I have no idea what you just said there. But I think I'm getting a lily.
Oh no.
Nehmen Sie sie ruhig. Heute Nacht wird es kalt und sie wird sowieso erfrieren.
I'm not going to take no for an answer. Take the lily.
Thank you.
Right, so what? Why do I have a lily? Why do I have a lily? Can I go up there? Oh. Okay, that's another way to... Okay, so that's another way back. Alright, I accept that. Let's go for it. Alright, let's see. Do you have anywhere else in here? After a whole load of driving around, checked everywhere else, come back to the last spot. So we haven't really fully explored this place.
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig.
We'll see if we've got anything else that we can do. Because I don't think there's anything there.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
Okay, let's have a look at this lily. There's got to be a reason why we've got it.
Father Getz said the lily was a gift from the Madonna. That's an odd way of looking at it.
It is a little bit odd. Oh. Never mind.
I wonder what it felt like under there.
Probably cold and wet. Can I throw this in here? Maybe show some respect. Give the gift from Madonna to...
What you want me to do. But I need more information to work with.
Oh, she's trying to channel Ludwig, isn't she? Giving her... Talking to that mother woman. Where's the stalk gone? Where's the stem gone? Okay. That was a face in the water. That makes total sense. And the fact that she didn't freak out. If you saw a face in the water, wouldn't you freak out? Right. I don't quite know what the hell that was, but okay, something happened. We did it. So we've checked everywhere else. That was the last spot that we didn't finish exploring. Which I'm kind of glad we came here anyway. That seemed very obscure. Right. You got anything to say to Gerda?
Hi. You just had a phone call.
Oh.
It was Frau Gelder at the post office. She said a fax came in for you there.
Really? I wonder what it was.
Maybe it's from Gabriel.
Don't hold your breath.
Gabriel doesn't know how to use a fax machine. Right. So let's go see the postwoman. Post office. Ding ding.
Hallo, Frau Gelder. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Ja, ein Fax. Ein sehr langes Fax. Das ist aber nicht
That's
vom Shop.
sehr lange, very long.
Dankeschön.
Thomas Chapel. Oh.
Thank you. So what have we got? He must have sent... Has he sent us that?
11th June 1872. Louis has convinced me to think matters through more.
Okay. Can't read that though. Let's try and... We're going to try and read this note. Pages to follow this cover. Many. Right. Right. From Thomas Chapel to Grace Nakamura, Rittersberg, regarding your previous request. Pages to follow this cover. Many. Miss Nakamura, it seems I've had a change of heart. Please keep these, please underlined. Keep these in the strictest confidence. Good luck on your endeavours. T. Chapel.
11th June 1872.
It's a lot of pages.
Louis has convinced me to think matters through more thoroughly before I act. A trip it shall be then, To Shahin. It shall not alter my purpose, I feel, nor shall his compelling. The treaty is the ruin of my beloved Bavaria, and must be taken to task.
Okay. I'm gonna flip through all of these, and if you see them, then it's important information. If you're not, then I'll give you a TLDR. Right? Okay. So I've read through all of these, or had Grace read them just for clarification. TLDR is there was an accident at the hunting lodge with the Black Wolf. I'm assuming it's the Black Wolf. We're going to call him that. So, hunting accident. He was ended up bitten by a wolf. He thinks it's on purpose, which I believe as well. Turn him into a werewolf. Ludwig was fighting the ultimate sin, which is obviously killing another human being to eat, which went on for quite some time. Struggled with it for many years, apparently. Met Wagner, one of Wagner's plays. The music calmed him down and removed the urge to turn and kill. Well, that's the way I read it anyway. So he went into business with Wagner to make a play, do an experiment, like sound experiments, I think. Ended up being a play to potentially cure him, maybe. Needed crystals in special places, the whole thing. But before it was able to be completed, Wagner died. I think Ludwig had everything but the crystals themselves, and didn't have the funds to get the crystals made. Felt he was running out. That was a short version. There was a lot of information in there. A lot of information. Right. So hold on, here's let's go see George. You're gonna have to pronounce it. George. Because there was talk about the play, the lost play. So let's go get him. Let's go talk to him. That was the Wagner Museum, wasn't it? Aye, that was the Wagner Museum, wasn't it?
I do have something to discuss with Georg, but he'll never believe me unless I show.
Sure, I have some pictures to show you.
Have you heard of Ludwig's diary?
Yes, but no one is allowed to see it.
It just so happens that I have a copy of an English translation right here. There's something I wanted to show you. Read this one.
August 1880. The experiments go better and better. They has proved as loyal and determined as ever. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to make up the diagram for the crystal. Mein Gott!
Mein Gott!
Wait.
I love it.
I want to show you something. I am not supposed to have looked at this myself, but I am here.
I mean, it gets boring. It gets boring sitting here all day right in front of something that some interesting reading. Could at least put gloves on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old book. You could at least put gloves on when you're manhandling it.
July 1881. Richard returned from his meeting with the king. Never have I seen him so pale. I was concerned for his heart.
He would not speak with me, but immediately shut himself up in his study and started working on a new project. He will not tell me the first thing about it. He will only say that it was time he repaid his king. It confirms Ludwig's diary. He wasn't crazy.
Yes, but Ludwig says that the opera was completed. Imagine that, completed. There's something else.
Just need to play it, just need the diagram for the crystals.
August 1882. We had a messenger tonight from the king. He brought a letter which Richard burnt. I did manage to see a bit of it. It said something about a great night in Munich and that it would be Richard's supreme triumph and someone else's destruction. Ludwig then wrote that even though he himself would probably die, his immortal soul would be freed thanks to Richard. I worry for poor Ludwig and for us. Where will we be if his madness continues? Surely someone will put an end to it.
Okay.
Wow.
So the play is real. It seems to be a cure, potentially a cure for werewolfery. Maybe attempting to kill the Black Wolf, who's the one who turned him.
1883.
Papa Wolf.
I sent Richard's sealed package to the king, as he instructed moments before he closed his eyes forever. I could not even bring myself to care what was in it. What could it matter now? Whatever it is, I hope it brings the king good memories of Richard. He did so much for my beloved.
The package.
Chapter 5. Okay. Right, guys. That was a turn up for the books. On that note, we are going to leave that here for today. So, found out in our research that Ludwig was turned into a werewolf by the Black Wolf, was fighting his urges to kill, met up with Wagner. Wagner helped him with an experiment on sound to potentially cure him and kill the Black Wolf, maybe. Then Ludwig died. No, Wagner died of a heart attack. And then the play was lost, but I think he sent it in a package to Ludwig. And Ludwig's got it somewhere, maybe in one of the castles. Sounds legit. Sounds legit. So, next time we're going to pick up at the start of chapter 5. Very interesting. I forgot how in-depth this went into history and the story of Ludwig and all that. I think obviously Ludwig was a real person, I believe, as was Wagner. I'm assuming that the whole werewolf side of it's probably not real. It was, never say never, though. Never say never. So, I've no idea who we're picking up with in chapter 5. Maybe back with Gabriel. Who knows? We're going to find out. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series still. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new here, feel free to come hang out, come check out some other stuff we've got going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. I see that I threw that line in there and it threw us off. Thank you for all the support. It's much appreciated. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, see you on the flip side. Bye bye.